Oh my gosh, y'all. It has been a minute. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tinesha Davis. This is Fun and Budget. And in this video, we're going to talk about our January budget. Now, one thing I know for certain is a budget will reveal a lot about your lives. It reveals what's happening. It reveals what's not happening. And it reveals what you're completely BS on. The thing that you keep saying over and over and over again, but clearly you ain't serious because why is it still a line item in your budget? But anyways, I'm just saying all of that to say I realize that budgets reveal a lot. And because of that reason, we're going to have to hold off on our December budget review because a lot has happened. But we are not ready to reveal all of the things that has happened just yet. But we will be revealing them. But now's not the time. So because of that, we can't even talk about December. But it's already the new year. Happy New Year to you and yours. So let's go ahead and let's talk about what's going to be happening this January, okay? So now listen, guys. This is my projection. This is what I project. Now my projections, I can't even tell you if they're going to be on or off right now. But I will say that because of that, some things we'll be discussing some new things that has happened in my life because of with this budget. But we can't reveal everything. But some things will be revealed, okay? So in January, right, it's going to be a 3-paycheck month for me. So this is one of the main reasons why my paycheck or my income is going to be a little higher this month. Oh, also, y'all, I did my office over. Y'all, we got a whole office now. The place that should have been the office. We finally sat down and put it together. I love it. I love it. And as you see, we got our world map back up. And one of the projects we're going to do is build a frame around the map. I think me and Jay's going to have to do it ourselves. I don't know how to do it just yet. He doesn't know how to do it just yet, but we're going to figure it out. And if we don't figure it out, we're going to hire somebody to just put a simple frame. I want a brown, like a dark stained border around the map, wood. That's what I want. But what I'm not going to do is go to a framing place and have it professionally framed because that's going to cost all of the money. Plus, that is too big to be doing that with, and I don't want to back in because we're still going to stick our pins in it, representing the places that we've been. Okay? So that's that. But I love my office, guys. I love my office. So let's talk about it, guys. Listen, I project my income after taxes is going to be $18,520. It's just a projection. Why? Because change number one, I got a raise. I got a beautiful raise. And the funny part about this raise, and I'm sure I'm going to talk about it more in a future video, but the funny part about this raise is I actually went to my company about my raise, right? I actually was like, I think I should get a raise because, and listen to what I based it off of. Now, I ain't going to say that this is why they gave it to me or not, but this is what I believed in my heart why I deserved a raise. And I'm saying this to you because, guys, I honestly feel that some people, places, things make you feel like you have to be a superhero in order to deserve a raise. Some people will make you feel that. Some companies will make you feel that. Some people on YouTube will make you feel that you have to do all of the research, all of the homework, all of the campaign, and all of the pretty much put together a whole presentation, a PowerPoint presentation in order to justify a raise, okay? Now, do what works for you. You know your environment. You know your company. And sometimes you might have to do that, right? I look at it as if this is the work I have to put in, the effort I have to put in to get a bump in pay, I'm going to do what I have to do. But honestly, sometimes it don't even take all that much. You know what I told my company why I needed a raise? I said because I have to take the toll road to get to work. And I figured out how much I pay in tolls or, would pay in tolls. You know what? I should shut this door. All right, hold on. All right, I'm back. I decided to shut the door. Bookcase right there. So I figured out that taking the toll road to and from work, which is the most efficient way to get to and from work, is $80 a week. Comes to $80 a week. And that equals approximately $5,000 a year. Is that right? Yeah, somebody, you can check the math because I don't even feel like it. I need a calculator in my office. I don't want to pull out my phone. But anyways, that's what I justified needing a raise for. And my manager was like, oh, well, yeah, I have to take the toll road too. I guess for her, it was like, girl, we all got to take the toll road. But she says, but to be fair, I don't always have to go into an office. I work from home a lot. I don't have that option to work from home. And so next thing I know, I got a raise. I cannot confirm or deny that it was because of my pitch. Now, honestly, we do get a raise every year. We do get a cost of living adjustment. But this raise was higher than my normal raise. This was a really good raise. So I don't know, but all I'm saying is I was not afraid to shoot my shot. And I made the basket. The rest of the story, which we can't talk about just yet, is going to blow your mind. But just to know I got a raise. This is why I don't know how much my true income is going to be, because the raise is effective January 1st. So I haven't gotten that paycheck yet, right? That will reflect this raise. Also, another reason why I don't know, two more reasons. One, as you know, every year it increases what you're allowed to send to your 401k as well as your HSA. I maxed mine out and I will continue to max mine out. So I haven't did the math figuring out what maxing it out is, because the paycheck that I've gotten so far for January was still reflecting December. Okay, so the max outs haven't happened yet. The third reason why I'm not sure how much my actual take home is going to be is because I changed my deductions, withholding deductions on my taxes. I had my withholdings enough so that it was taking out taxes, right? I was sitting in about $40,000 to $50,000 a year on payroll deduction taxes. Even after doing that, I still owe taxes at the end of the year, guys. And so I decided this year to go ahead and change my withholdings so that more taxes come out up front, in the hopes that I either owe nothing or little to nothing by the time I do my taxes. Now, this is just something I'm doing. Now, I know that a lot of financial gurus say to try to make it so that you break even. Do what you do. Do what you do. Because, of course, the premise behind that is either make it so that you break even or make it that you owe taxes at the end of the year. The premise is that if you invest that money throughout the year, you can make more money in the now rather than giving that money to the government, even if they owe you a refund. But you know what? Honestly, guys, I'm just tired of owing all this money when I do my taxes, even though I pay $40,000 to $50,000 a year in taxes. So that's why I'm not sure what my take-home paycheck is going to be, because I haven't seen those changes in effect yet. And I'm sure, yeah, I know there's a way you can figure out the math on your own, but I don't want to do it, so I'm not doing it. So hopefully though, so I underestimated my income. Hopefully I underestimated enough so that this ain't even true. I would like to have more. I would. Wouldn't we all? But that's what it is. So $18,520 is what I plan on bringing home, again, because it's a 3 paycheck month for me. So let's talk about what I plan on doing with that money. Okay. First up, the mortgage. So $1,536 is my mortgage payment. So that's what we plan on paying. Now, we all know I always send a little something extra, but we just make those adjustments at the end of the month, and then I let you know when we do our review what I actually sent. But $1,536 is all that I'm accountable for, all that I owe, right? A month. $111 will go to the HOA. $115 for the gas bill because it's cold and I believe in being comfortable. Let me tell you something. I used to believe in Being a little bit cold in your house, and if you was cold, put on the mittens, put on the hat, no, not the hat, put on a sweatshirt, put on some pants, put on your socks, put on what you have to put on to be warm rather than running to turn up the heat. And that's because of where I was in my life. I was at the phase of my life where I was, one, paying off debt. And then once I got out of debt, I was at the phase where I was beefing up my funds, my emergency funds, my sinking funds. I was getting my finances in a healthy position. And so therefore I sacrificed in some places to include coming in with lower utility bills. But now that I'm at a phase where we got all of those things established, we don't have debt, I can splurge a little more. So for me, splurging looks like being warm in my home, being warm and not sweating the technique, not sweating it. Because I also have an electric heater under here, and let me tell you, electric heaters will run up your electricity bill, but I'm not sweating the technique because I did all of the things. So now I'm at a place where I can be a little more generous. Yeah, because even when I decide to run up the electricity bill, I'm being generous to the electricity department. So I can be a little more generous in what I do, right? So $115 is the gas, $200 is the electricity bill. And these are based off of last month's bills, okay? Cell phone, $213. That is a little higher than it's been. And I know it's because we went to the Bahamas, and I was putting together a group trip for my family. And at one point, it did require me to call the people in the Bahamas on my good cell phone. And I know what you're saying, use WhatsApp. But for some reason, the WhatsAppness was not working. And I had a little bit of time. And so I just made the regular phone call with my phone instead of trying to figure out the WhatsApp situation. I did figure it out after then. You know, it got working, but that's what it is. Made a call to the Bahamas. $213 cell phone bill. Internet, $70. Guys, I have been saying for the longest time that I needed to call and upgrade my internet and see what was what with that. And I am pleased to announce I finally did that. And so my internet bill will be going up by $10. Note to self, go in there and make sure your military discount supply. Yeah. Gotta make sure about that. Because I asked the guy with the phone, he's like, blah, 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 blah. But they say it's gonna be $80, $79.99. So we'll see. But even if it is, oh well, it's okay. So the security system for the house, $57. Insurance, and that is for my car, that is for my house, and that is for somebody else's insurance that I pay. It came in at $327. And this is a little lower as well. And the reason why it is lower is because my insurance is through USAA. And usually around the end of the year, they pay back, I think they call it dividends. But the dividends, well, you actually have a choice of what you want to do with it. You can either get the money in your bank account, or you can have the money applied to your insurance. And so my money is applied to my insurance. And so that's why my insurance is a little lower than what it normally is. Easy Pass was setting aside $25 there, and that's for the toll roads. And again, this may be changing because, like I said, I may be using the toll roads more often than not. We'll see. Housekeeping, $319, and today was a good housekeeping day. Love it when they are here to help me clean. We co-clean, that's what I call it. While the housekeepers are housekeeping, what I like to do at that time is work on my decluttering, work on putting things up, work on tending to something that I've been avoiding. So yeah, so that usually works out pretty well. It keeps the house not as cluttered and just gets you back on track. My housekeepers come every other week. Subscription services, and this is for Paramount Plus. What else I got? I can't even remember, y'all. This all right. I'm deep into the world of Monopoly Go. I can't even help it, y'all. So I pay $5 a month for some membership club, but it is really worth it. For those of you who play Monopoly Go, I don't even know who plays, but if you do play, let me tell you, for $5 a month, this Monopoly Go feature gives me the ability to find shields, like who has their shields up or down. So whenever I'm going to knock over a person, I don't have to guess anymore, and I only knock over people where all their shields are down, more bang for my buck. It also has a sticker finder feature. So if you're looking for a certain sticker, it lets you see who has that sticker and who, more importantly, you have a sticker that they need, so that you can make a fair and equitable exchange. Game changer. And then it also has an easy way to collect rewards and stuff. So I pay $5 a month for that. But what else do I do? So that I said, all right, Netflix comes in with my cell phone service. Paramount Plus. Y'all, and I'm only looking to see, because I am a believer that you should know what you're subscribed to, because subscriptions will add up. Oh, YouTube. YouTube. This is so that I don't have to watch commercials, because I be watching all of the YouTube. So that's my $41, okay? Then we have groceries, we have restaurants, we have household miscellaneous, and we have fun miscellaneous. Now, I don't give myself a budget for these things. I do what I call mindful spending, okay? Even though I feel like I have more money these days than not, you know, that because I don't have any debt and I'm in a good place financially with my savings and all of that, so I have more money to spend out in them streets, I still try to be mindful. So I'm not going to be in the grocery store just picking up things, putting it in a cart without thinking it through, because I'm not a fan of waste. I am not a fan of waste, to include wasting my money, okay? So I am mindful with those things, but I don't give myself a dollar amount that I'm trying to stay within, okay? Hair. $200, because it is the season where I usually start getting my hair blown out. I give these braids a little bit of a rest, get my ends trimmed and things like that. I haven't done it yet, but I plan on doing it in January. As I'm looking out the window right now, it is snowing, and I am not looking forward to going to DC in the snow and parking in DC in the snow. But that's where my hairstylist is. Snow or no snow. So that's what that is. Nails. $100 for the nails. They're not done at all right now. And $145 for lashes. I'm giving myself a travel line item. I don't plan on going anywhere this month in January. However, knowing me and knowing my history and knowing my past, something always tends to jump up, whether it's a future trip or a last minute trip this month. So I'm just going to keep that line item right there, because honestly, I do have a bunch of summer things happening, and maybe now's a good time to start paying for some of the things up front, whether they're flights, whether they're hotels, just that sort of thing. So I do have to start getting in the mind frame of my summer vacations, right? But this year I am going to try to do something a little different, and that is I'm going to try to just stick with the vacations I already have planned. No new vacations, no new vacations, no new vacations. But my voice is wobbling on that. My spirit is wobbling on that. So do not hold me to it. Do not. Because I am also a believer that if something great pops up, I will be there. I will be there. I will be there. Inshallah, Ashallah. 401k, because it's a 3 paycheck month, a little more will be going there. So far I'm saying it's going to be $2,679, because I have not changed my allocations just yet. Same with the HSA, $364 is what I'm earmarking. Y'all know we have one major financial goal in our lives, and that is to pay off this house, okay? I'm now going back to the exercise of sending the money directly to the house again and not to my bank account. Just because right now, honestly, for my house fund, for my house saving fund, I have over $50,000 in that fund right now. I don't feel like I have to put it in anymore. I am going to let it ride. It is with Marcus, Goldman Sachs high yield savings account. So it does receive a very nice interest. It does receive very nice interest every month. So I'm just going to let that 50,000+ do what it do till I'm ready to pay off the house. But in the meantime, extra money is now going to go directly to the house again and not to the savings account. That's the new game I'm playing. I get bored, so I switch it up a lot. And I always say that to anybody on a long financial journey, do not be afraid to switch it up. As long as you're still switching it up in the direction of progress, okay? I'm not talking about switching it up and say, well, you know what? Now, instead of paying on my debt or whatever, I'm gonna spend more money on me. We're not talking about that. Because at the end of the day, we do want to remove these goals from the line item. We do. We do. Year after year after year after year after year. What are you doing? This could be done by now, debt. But we got to be disciplined. So I just switch it up as far as the game that I'm playing. So in the month of January, because it's a 3 paycheck month, so far, I say an extra $8,000 will be going to the mortgage, okay? And then extra savings and investments, $1,100 is going there. And that is for money that I put away for taxes, especially mainly for the taxes on this house. And it's also money that I add to my brokerage account. And then I'm setting aside $300 for gifts, okay? When all of that is said and done, I still have $2,618 left over in the budget that's not allocated to anything. I normally don't leave that much of a cushion in my account. The reason why I'm doing it this time is because, like I said, I'm not sure where the chips are falling this month between the raise, the taxes, and then also sending more money to my pre-tax accounts, okay? Not sure. So I just wanted to leave a cushion just in case I overestimated how much I'm going to be bringing home. The other thing I said is I do want to get this business stood up, this other business that I'm working on, which is the crash pad business. I talked about it in a video in the past, but basically what that is when I'm renting out beds to pilots and flight attendants. I haven't really been acting aggressively to get that stood up, but I was like, girl. So one of the things I need to buy is like 2 bunk beds. Buying furniture is so hard these days, isn't it? What y'all think about that? I feel like it's so hard because a lot of stores don't carry the amount of inventory as they did in the past because a lot of people shop online. The problem with shopping online is you really don't know the quality of the thing that you're getting. You can't even trust reviews these days because a lot of people, a lot of companies buy reviews. They stack reviews. They give people free product in exchange for reviews. So you really can't even trust it. And a lot of times, if I buy something today and I get it tomorrow, within that next week, I may be tempted to write a review. Maybe. But a lot of times, you're really not going to know if a product withstands the test of time until some time has passed. So this is what makes me leery because I know if I'm doing a crash pad business and it's bunk beds, you're going to have people of different weights, different sizes, different usage, going up and down to the top bunk, that is, and you just want furniture that holds up. I need sturdy, well-built furniture. So that's my reluctance right now. But right now, that's what I need to buy. I need to buy the 2 bunk beds and then the 4 mattresses, twin-size mattresses that will go on those bunk beds. And so that's another reason why I'm leaving a gap in the budget, so that in a perfect world, I do that this month. In a perfect world, I do that this month. And then we can get this business going, up and going. Y'all know I rent out rooms in my house anyway. So I'm just looking at moving it from renting out the student interns to renting it out to that demographic. Flight attendants and pilots. So that's about it, guys. That is about it. Happy January. We have a lot of updates that we need to do to include our December review, which is going to be a whole lot. And then also we want to talk about our net worth, and we also want to talk about our mortgage update. Why? Because with this being January, I like to get those videos done so I can kind of see where we're going. Kind of like this is where we started in January, and then by the time December gets here, we can see how much progress we've made in the year. Okay? So that is it, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I miss you all so much. I've been trying to also catch up on editing for the other channel, the travel channel, Fun and Budget Travels. So if you're not subscribed to that channel, please do us a favor and check us out over there as well. Eye in the sky. Eye in the sky. Until the next video, guys. Peace.